Hi guys, what's up? This video is going to be about Secrets of the Psych Ward Part 9. I can't believe we made it this far. The title of this video is going to be Time Exchange for Dealing. You're probably wondering, what the hell does that mean? And, well, I will explain it. But first of all, in this new generation, I'm seeing in society, I'm seeing a lot of struggle where, of people not really getting the concept of you reap what you sow. And what I mean by that is that you can either get the help you need for a strict amount of time, a couple months or so, or a year, and, work hard to see the light of the end of that tunnel of what you need help with and what you want to see your life look like. And, for some people, it may be a little longer, but the fact that you're doing all that hard work to get to that light is what I'm trying to explain here. Or you can watch yourself start to deteriorate mentally, leading to hating yourself. And that's going to coincide with drugs because you kind of let it get so severe. And you're going to kind of notice other people kind of run from you because you're not an approachable person. You have all this anxiety of all this anger pent up that you haven't dealt with. Just because you didn't want to get the help you needed for a year, a couple months, or, in some severe cases, I understand, which is what I'm going to bring up right now. Some of us don't get to choose the environment we grow up in, and I'm talking about the bad environments, the toxic ones, that we're so little, we can't get our own apartment because we're so tiny, we're vulnerable, we're still learning about the world. There's no way, you know what I mean? And for those, life is already difficult. So can you imagine growing up and then you have all this childhood baggage that you didn't ask for? And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's going to take a little bit more for a rare amount of people who have been through severe. But, we get to choose if we want to keep complaining in life or save our family line, or we can save our family line from generations of deterioration or curses. Because I feel like definitely curses are a thing. And that's a whole other video. I don't even know if I want to really get into that type of video in the future because it's really terrifying even for me. So what does reaping what you sow mean? Why am I mentioning it for this generation society as a piece of advice or an information? Because nothing good is easy. You know what I mean? Finding happiness in situations that you didn't ask for. Maybe the environment is sick and filled with not so good things. It's not easy to be happy. But at the end of the day, you find out those things that make you happy. And you carry it with you for a lifetime. And that's the example I'm trying to set for this video. You know what I'm saying? You stay in the hospital, you get the help you need. You be honest with the people you're working with, your team, what's going on. You get the help you need. And, you're going to start to see things get better. But obviously, it takes work. Nothing good is easy. And you're saving yourself from triple the amount of time suffering later that can last an eternity. Because like I said, it's just going to keep getting worse, and then you're going to add drugs to it. You know what I mean? Can you imagine, how that's going to affect you after 50 years old? You have all this trauma, all, addictions to drugs. Your life is hanging on the edge after that. So that's an eternity. Lasting an eternity. And I know that caring about others is not an easy thing. But you can save yourself from consequences you can't take back. If you don't have respect for yourself, you're not going to have respect for others. You're not going to care about others. And sometimes it is important. I feel like half of our life we need, we have our friends and family. We need to care about them too. That's important. So hurting people is just going to, with bad intentions, it's going to, I'm just letting you know, as someone who's very energy focused and learning about others it's going to have consequences that it's going to feel like you're burning in hell. So, just, it's better to do the right thing sometimes. And, take the time to save yourself and, others and the world. More than anything, we need hope right now. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm going to keep it going. Peace.